Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to another JK Deal Reveal. I am your host, Kyle Doolin of JK's Real Estate Partners, bringing you two for the price of one. That's right. We are going to showcase two deals today, separate deals. And honestly, we were supposed to have a deal revealed today. So this is the backup plan, and I hope you enjoy because there's going to be some incredible nuggets for you as someone who is curious about U.S. real estate investing, as someone who wants to better use the tools that are available to you within the community so that you can do this thing called U.S. real estate investing, or if it's just you're here because you're looking for deals to take action on. That's what we're doing here at the Deal Reveal. Been doing it for years, every Thursday, bringing you what you need to get results as a foreign national investing into the U.S. So, really quick, I think this is going to be the last week I ask this question, but if it's your first time here, please in the Q&A or in the message or in the chat, or if you're watching live on Facebook or on YouTube or wherever you're watching, put hashtag JK if it's your first time on the Deal Reveal. And I'm looking here and I do see some new names in the chat. And so don't be shy. Let's try to make this as engaging as possible. So I've got some new and some returning people, and it's nice to see you here. Varun, Sylvie, Shri, Ron, Olivia, wonderful. Who else do we have on? Olga, Marise, John, Oni, Isabel, Hamid, George, Francois. It keeps on going. And there's people still logging in as we speak. Deepak, Andrew. Wonderful, wonderful. And the JK team is also in the background for you during this call. Oh, look at all that activity. Fantastic. Hi there. Hello. Marise, thank you for joining in. How so very exciting. And if it's not your first time here and you're watching the replay, why don't you type in hashtag replay for us? We're just gathering some stats to better serve you on future calls. So, and if we're already friends and you're already part of the community, don't be shy, say hi. All right, so that's what it is. An important update. If you're in the Montreal, the greater Montreal area, you know that we are hosting a get-together on July 13th. Now, there are over 100 people who registered. And so we're going to have to change the venue. So I know we were supposed to be at Les Trois Brasseurs in Laval. That is going to change. It's going to be still in Laval. Just pay attention to the Facebook page, group, emails. We are going to be letting you know of an updated venue to host all of you wonderful people interested in U.S. real estate. And so that's really, really exciting. July 4th, so next Thursday, get here, same time, same place, or hopefully. Anyways, look out for your emails because next week is going to be a different type of deal reveal. We are going to be introducing the concept of infinite banking. And so how can you use that in collaboration, conjunction with U.S. real estate investing? But infinite banking, this whole concept of eliminating banks from your life and you becoming your own banker, right? You're going to attend a different BYOB event. It's going to be become your own banker event, right? If you want to bring your own booze, that's cool too. But we're going to teach you how to become your own banker next Thursday. It's a collaboration with JK's Real Estate Partners that we've created for you. JK is getting nothing out of this. It's really to provide value to you and to bring a whole other level to every single purchase you do in your life, whether it be investing or just your regular spending. Becoming your own banker has incredible benefits. And I will talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so the deal of the week that we're going to talk about, I actually have two deals. This first deal was submitted by Lourdes. I don't know if she's on. Let's see if she logged in since early. I don't think she's on today, so hopefully she'll catch the replay. It's this property in Cleveland that she actually has under contract for $110,000, and she submitted it to the deal reveal asking, hey, is this a deal or no deal? And so let's put this property up to the chopping block. And this will be the first of two properties that we're going to be overviewing today. So 1881 Scranton Center in Cleveland, 44109 for 110. It was originally listed for, I think, 130, and she got it under contract for 110. So don't forget, it's not like in Canada where the asking price is the minimum bid and it's only going to go up from there, right? You can absolutely negotiate in these markets, and so long as you're following those two golden rules of real estate, you are setting yourself up to buy a golden deal. All right. What are those two golden rules? Buy at a discount, so buy it for less than what it's actually worth, and two, buy cash flow. Some people are more interested in the cash flow. Some people are more interested in the discount at purchase. That's fine, but those are the two golden rules to absolutely have a top of mind when you're investing in real estate, whether it be in the U.S. or anywhere in the world. Truly, it's just in the U.S. It's a little bit easier to get those two golden rules going at once. So we're going to analyze this deal lightning fast, like we do on these deal reveals every week. We're going to see if we get that cash flow, if the numbers are making sense or not for Lourdes today. So 1881 Scranton Center. Let's start. We're going to go to Google. We're going to go and type into Google 1881 Scranton Center, Cleveland, and we're going to add the word realtor at the end of it. I know I'm going to go to another website after the fact, so I'm just going to copy this address for later. So we're going to go to realtor because there's a website called realtor.com that gives us a really good idea of what this property is worth right now. So yes, it tells us it's a multifamily, it's a duplex, 4-2, so 2 bedrooms, 1 bath on each side. You get a couple of pictures, and it wouldn't hurt to zip through them real quick just to get a sense of how much renovation do we think this property might need. But I'm seeing looks like they don't look like wood windows at first glance. It looks rentable condition. Looks all right so far. No, nothing big glaring, right? We see we got the vinyl windows going. No, we're in the beiges, so that's all good. Looks like it is currently tenanted. That's a little trippy. That's cool. It almost looks like that load of laundry is like photoshopped in there. Isn't that interesting? Anyways, so we're just taking a quick look to see, is it vacant? Is it occupied? Is it falling to pieces? Look at those windows, the ceiling. Is there painting, peeling paint, etc. And overall, it looks lived in. It looks like there wouldn't be too much if we're just looking to make this a rental. Yeah, it's aged. I mean, it's not new property. It's not brand new construction. It's probably about 100 years old. So there we have it. So a little bit of body work to do there, but ultimately just getting a quick sense. And this might be asbestos tiles or wood tiles. So to confirm there, but overall not any chipping paint or much from these pictures. So looking like just maintenance things happening here. So all this to say, realtor says that this property is worth about 128. I don't care about that number so much. I really like this real estimate chart. So it typically has 3 data points: CoreLogic, Quantarium, and Collateral Analytics, and it gives you the trend over the last 5 years of where this property value has been going. I like to go somewhere in the middle of the two, continue the trend upwards, and boom, it's probably about 140,000. If you just continue this up, boom, we're landing a little bit halfway between 100 and 200. So I'm going to really quickly say this property's ARV is about 140,000. Why is that so important? Well, if you're buying it for 110,000, you know you've got about a $30,000 buffer. That's basically the rehab you can put into it to buy at a discount. So that's the first golden rule. Are we buying at a discount? It's looking like it's worth about 140 and you're buying it for 110, means your renovation better be under 30,000 to buy equity, to buy net worth with this purchase. All right? So that's the first golden rule. The second golden rule is cash flow. Will this property cash flow? So here we can go to a website called rentalmeter.com. We can put in that's actually Scranton Center. Just make sure we get the right one. Boom. And this is a 4-2 duplex. So I'm going to put a 2-1 and I'm going to see what numbers come out, and then I'm going to multiply it by 2. All right. And so this property is right here. It's actually in the Tremont area, right right beside Clark Fulton, right beside Ohio City. It's a pretty desirable area. It's on the right side of Clark Fulton. It is in Tremont, it seems, which is Cleveland. And so this is a good neighborhood. It's a decent neighborhood. Of course, here would be better. Here would be better, but we're right on that fringe area. So I like this area because it's a fringe area. It's an area where you can buy cheap, like for 100,000, you have something basically turnkey for a duplex, and it's an area like these properties have tripled in value in the last couple of years. Anything along this West 25th, which is this street, anything very, very close to Tremont or Ohio City, are those values are going up and they're going up fast. So that's a good area location. We got the big hospital complex that tripled in size as well over the last 2 years. Anyways, I'm giving you info because I know it here in Cleveland, but the point of why we're going to rental meter is to see how much rents can we expect out of this property. Because we're in an apartment, like it's one side of a duplex, it's not a two-bedroom house. If you were in a two-bedroom house, I'd say about 1,300 is what you can get for that. Since it's an apartment, I would take the lower of these two, or somewhere between the 25th percentile and the lower of average and median. I'm going to say 1,100. I'm going to say that you can get 1,100 per side on this particular um, apartment of a duplex, but you've got two, so make sure you add those in. And this is a monthly rent, so in 1 year, you'd make $26,000 gross. Now, that's gross, that's not net, so we know that there's a 50% rule that we can apply to say that about half of that gross income is going to go to expenses, your taxes, insurance, your management, your maintenance, your utilities, etc. So what's left over if you bought this property cash would be 13,000 because there's no mortgage to pay. And so 13,000 divided by your purchase price, which is currently 110. And just looking at the pictures, I'm gonna be conservative. I'm gonna say there's 20,000 of work in there based on what I saw. Hopefully less, but that's what kind of we're looking at. So if we take 13,000, which is your NOI, your net operating income, what's left after 1 year, and you divide it by your all-in cost for the project, which is 110 plus 20 here, so 130, you get a 10% return on that money, a 10% ROI, or in this case, a 10% cap rate. So that's what we're looking at here. We have a duplex in an area where I think that value is going to go up over the next couple of years. And are you buying cash flow? You're buying a 10 cap property, which means there is cash flow on this property. So that's pretty good. Congratulations. It looks like there's a good chance that both golden rules are being satisfied on this property. And so, is this a deal or no deal? Let us know. Let me know in the chat right now if this is something you would be excited for. If you would put an offer on, if you would buy this property, let us know in the comments right now. Um, so I'm going to now take a pause. So now, how much time did we put on this? Like 5 minutes, and we're ready to. We've sized up this opportunity, but I want to spend a little bit more time with you here today, and I want to pull up the calculator, the ultimate real estate calculator that we've given anybody who asks us. Or who's part of our programs, you have this calculator, and I want to show you how easy this can be to calculate your numbers. So you're basically every blue box needs to be filled out, but some of them are not as important as other in terms of financial. So let's update this deal to reflect the one we just looked at, right? The monthly revenue, 1,100 per side, so that's why I did times two. All of these actually are not going to change just because I know this calculator, right? I'm going to say that this property is 110,000, and then we're going to add 20,000 in renovation. What is it worth? It's worth about 140 is kind of what we guess here. Then you can put in your taxes. I'm going to guess it's about 2,500, your insurance about 1,500 on something like this. And management 10%, repairs and maintenance on a duplex, we're about here. I'll bump this up a little bit just to be closer to 150 per month in repairs and maintenance. And then there you have it. If you bought this property, and you do need to verify, you can go on county records to get the appropriate taxes and shit. Sorry. Let's go there. Let's not even skip any corner. I want to show you how quick and how easy this information and accessible it is when you know where to go. So I'm at the myplace.cuyahogacounty.gov. This is county records directly, right? So I can go in here and put in the property's address. I find who the owner is. It's LMT Inc. LLC, just like that. And then it gives a whole bunch of information. You can have fun, look in here, and you can see that the taxes are ridiculously low. Make sure I'm at the right property here. What's happening here? This property is currently assessed for $26,000. It's currently $351 every 6 months, every half year in taxes. This property has a $700 tax bill a year because the tax basis is so low. So obviously, if you buy it for 110, your taxes will go up afterwards. But right now, you're buying a property with $700 a month in taxes. How crazy is that? Obviously, that's going to change our numbers if I put that in here, right? So notice here, I'm going to keep it at what I said there. What did I say previously? I said it was about 25. Just know it might be better than this. But notice that if we do put in some numbers that are, realistic, we're getting about a 13 cap, right? And when we did the 50% rule, we came up at about a 10 cap, right? And that's kind of the point of it. When we're doing a quick trick estimation, I would prefer to err on the side of caution. The 50% rule in Cleveland is rather cautious. Really, the 55% rule, if you're in Cleveland, is often much more accurate of a number. So if instead of using the 50% rule, I use the 55% rule in my calculator, notice that instead of 13, I'm closer to 15, 14.5. And if I'm all in for 130, boom, you see I'm at an 11 cap, which is still a conservative number based on this calculator. But if you followed any of our trainings, and I'm going fast, either you've come to this call a number of times and you're just following along, boom, 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 this is easy, or you followed our courses and I teach you how to go through all these steps of your due diligence. The 50% rule, that 55% rule is a quick, conservative way to run your numbers up front so that you're not slowing your process down to get these properties under contract, inspected, and ultimately verify the numbers during the due diligence process. So before you buy the property, please fill out this calculator completely with all the right numbers to make sure, oh, look, you're buying a 13 cap and I was expecting it to be an 11. Great, right? Fantastic. Congratulations. So that's what we have here. For those of you who've been on this call or have heard of the Deal Butler service, this is where I go in there, I find properties, I negotiate them for you, and basically present them to you on a silver platter to buy. So just so you know, this particular deal is quite strong in cash flow. Look at that, about $18,000 a year in cash flow. And so this would be a 10,000 Deal Butler deal. So that's a question for you to think about and decide is, does it make sense for you to pay me $10,000 to find, negotiate, basically do the due diligence on your deal so that you ultimately, all you need to do is buy a property with these type of numbers. And some people are very excited about that, and some people want to do it themselves. Teach me how to do it. I don't want to pay no deal butler. I don't want to be the deal butler. That's fine, right? That's why we've got all those do it yourself and all the educational programs so that you can do it yourself. And so that's what we have here, whether it's the deal butler or not. Lourdes is not using the deal butler for this deal. She learned the program and she has found this deal and she was basically asking, is this a deal or not? And so I think we've got our answer here. Both golden rules are satisfied and it's got the makings of a great deal. On the other side, now I'm going to switch gears into the second deal of the evening. This is someone who did use the deal butler and they were interested in discount, right? Remember the two golden rules. One is cash flow and one is discount at purchase. Because this particular client wants to do a flip. And so they need to buy a property at a big discount so that there's room to sell for a profit. All right, so here's another property where if you notice, the cash flow is quite a bit lower. It's 8,000 a year. And however, this is a flip property. How much it rents for, what are the taxes, the insurance, all these things are not that important when it comes to a flip. What really is important is how much you buying it for and rehabbing it for, and how much is it worth right? That's what these two boxes are here for. And then what is the spread between those two numbers? And is that spread big enough to to create a buffer for risk, for holding costs, for unexpected variations in the rehab budget, in the market's um, appetite? Is it a market that's hot or cold? That's what we're talking about here. So this particular deal is a three-bedroom, two-bath in a suburb of Cleveland called Bedford Heights, and it's a property that is being purchased for $89,000 with a $55,000 rehab budget. And honestly, there's not that much work to do. To make this a rental wouldn't take 55,000, but since it's a flip, you have to go next level. You have to really make sure that it's not just an AC, it's a new AC. It's everything is looks nice and is nice for the end buyer because you don't want to hold on to this. You want to put it on the market and be sold 30 days later. So if you notice, 89,000 plus 55 are all in for 144, and the ARV conservative estimate is 188. It could go up to 200, 210 on this property, but conservatively, this is the number that we're using. And notice that the spread is $43,000. Now, when we are looking for what we would say a good flip, we are saying it's a $40,000 spread or higher, a minimum 30,000 spread, because don't forget there's holding costs. You're going to have to pay for the realtor fees, 5-6%. You're going to have to maybe include a home warranty on that. Like every little nickel and dime changes that bottom line, and you're doing a flip, and so even if you do make 40,000 gross profit or 30,000, um, you're going to have to pay capital gains on that. And so there's taxes to consider. So for you to do all that work to find, rehab, project manage, et cetera, you better make it worth your while. And so that's what we're happening here. So this particular Deal Butler client is working with us actually on a JV basis because this is not their first deal with the Deal Butler. This is their third deal with the Deal Butler. And so they've established a relationship with myself, with us, with We Mind Renovations. And so we're going to handle the renovation, we're going to handle the project, and we're going to JV on this as a beta JV. And unfortunately, they were not able to be on the call today. Hopefully, oh, next week we have the Be Your Own Banker. In 2 weeks, we're going to bring him on and share his experience for a third time on the deal reveal. So that's what we're talking about. Is this a deal or no deal for someone who's looking to fix and flip with built-in project management, built-in and trusted renovation team to do the deal here in the Cleveland market? Let me know. All right, we got some thumbs up. We like that. It's a good one. All right, a good discount. Those of you, maybe I'm talking a lot today. I feel like I'm giving a lot of value. Hopefully, let me know if I'm not. But what's nice is when you buy a property with a big discount, it also makes it a BRRRR or a very close or a perfect BRRRR property. If you refinance this property at 65% LTV, let me just run some quick numbers here, right? We have 121. All right, so it wouldn't be a perfect BRRRR. We'd still leave about 20,000 into it if the property was worth 187. But if it does ARV for 200, which I expect, we'd still leave about 15,000 in the deal. So my point is, though, the more discount you buy at purchase, the closer you are to a perfect BRRRR on the other side. Meaning, when you refinance, you're going to get most or all of your capital back after the refinance. But let's not forget that you need to cash flow after that refinance. So make sure you're using this calculator appropriately to figure out how much you will cash flow if you did refinance a property like this one. This, I think, is a better flip property than a BRRRR property, but some people are just very happy getting all their capital back and not cash flowing immediately because they know that real estate is a medium, is a long-term game. So let rents increase over time because there will be a point where this is 2,000 of rent, and then your cash flow is obviously going to increase. So that's what I wanted to say about that deal. Oh shit, I almost forgot one of the most important parts of this deal. Um, this particular Deal Butler client is buying this property for $20,000 down because After 6 weeks of negotiating by the deal butler, we finally got it signed today where the seller is staying on the current mortgage, right? This is a mortgage takeover property, so it's a creative financing opportunity. So we are taking over the seller's existing mortgage at 3.75%, right? So $62,000 of this deal is financed by the seller's credit and the seller's current bank with financing. This seller was in a pickle. He was 8 months defaulted on the mortgage, foreclosure right around the corner, and we said, "Hey, let us make you current. Let us take over that mortgage. Let us do what we need to do, and we're gonna just hold on to this for about 6 months, and then we'll release you from your obligations on that mortgage." So we're saving his credit. We're saving him from bankruptcy. We're saving him from losing his home, going through a complicated, expensive foreclosure process, and we're getting built-in financing at 3.75%, which is more than half below the best rates that foreign nationals can get in the US if they don't have experience or a partner in the US. All right. So that's a deal from the deal butler. We're very, very excited for that. And yeah, that's it. So I think if you didn't have your thumbs up to that point, I think we got them now. So that is definitely what we're working on, what we're excited to do here at JK's Real Estate Partners and with the deal butler closely in tow. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the deal reveal for this week, and the another opportunity for the deal butler. Let me just make sure we get here, reminding you that if you want to meet us in person and meet our most recent JK protege, some of my one-on-one clients who are doing it themselves, who are just about to close a 19-unit portfolio with mortgage takeover, with seller financing, and who are co-hosting this event in Laval on July 13th, not at Les Trois Brasseurs, at an updated location because there's over 100 people who registered for this event and we need to upgrade that venue. So very exciting times. I will say that the bus tour in Cleveland is fast approaching. We're still a month away, but the spots are basically sold out. I think we have 9 spots left for the bus tour. If you want to come to Cleveland, experience it firsthand, see some projects, put some offers on properties, build your team, basically take our team. We're bringing them to you so that you can build your own team and do this all by yourself if you want, or simply lean on the deal butler or We Mind Renovations to get your projects done. If you're interested to come to Cleveland, jkrealestatepartners.com/bus tour. I believe all the VIP tickets are taken so far, so just regular admission is left. And if you're just this is all too much, oh, slow down, Kyle. I just need to take it at my own pace. The best step for you is to join the All You Can Learn Pass, which includes what the gurus don't tell you, which is the program to do to get yourself ready to invest in the US. Basically, your next 3 weeks could be setting yourself up and your business up the right way so that you're ready to put those offers and to do your banking, do all the taxes and all that fun stuff. We're teaching you the business behind the business so that you are not going in blind. We not only have gone before you and we have 10 years experience ahead of you, we have broken up the process into its bite-sized pieces so you can take them one at a time in the order that maximizes your results and your profits. So what the gurus don't tell you at jkrealestatepartners.com/programs to go take a look at that. So we want you to get your first US property at least in the first 6 months. And even if you don't, we're going to continue supporting you until you do get that first deal in the US. That is the value proposition at JK's Real Estate Partners. Yep, find us on our website, email us, find us on Facebook. Do what you have to do to get the results you want in your life. This is another opportunity to do now for tomorrow and get the lifestyle you deserve. One little question that came up anonymously here: why Cleveland? Because we got deals like that. Why Cleveland? Because for most of you in Canada and the markets that we serve, it's a drivable distance. Why Cleveland? Because there's 3 major sports teams. It's a lake city. There is incredible opportunity for cash flow, And honestly, 95% of people who come to Cleveland end up falling in love with it, especially those who have an investor mindset. And so, for all those reasons, Cleveland is the place to be, not only for long term rentals, but even for short term rental opportunities. Um, and we've got the team, we've got the whole structure and system in place for you, so you can lean on that rather than you put in a decade to build your own team. You can lean on us and lean on our teams so that your first year can be our 10th year. That's what we'd love for you. That's what we'd love for our community. That's what we'd love for us. And so it's a true win-win across the board. So that is our deal reveal for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a good time. It was a little bit longer. I wanted to give you two deals out of one because we didn't have our guest speaker on. But next week, become your own banker. Never pay interest again to a bank. That's what's going to happen. And so I don't want to steal too much of the punch, but go with that. Join us next Thursday. We're going to have a ton of fun. Make sure you're looking at your emails because the link and this thing might change. I'm not exactly sure how we're gonna do it yet. So just pay attention because there might be a little change in the link or process to join next week. So, with that being said, have a great evening. For those of you who are part of the All You Can Learn Fast Pass, I'll be with you in half an hour on our mastery call, and we're going to dive even deeper into this creative deal butler deal on the making of, on how that was all built, and yeah, so you can do it yourself and have all the resources you need to pull it off. So, we'll see you next week at the latest. Have a great one.